Welcome to this week's edition of Eye on the Eagles. The women's golf team started off a week of Eagle action playing in the Lady Mock Golf Classic. The team finished 12th with 941 strokes in the 54-hole event. Fatima Cariles ended the tournament in a tie for 15th place with rounds of 77, 76, and 76 for a total of 229. Softball earned 2 home wins on Tuesday, besting Dominican College 10-2 and 8-5 in a doubleheader. Cassidy Simons recorded a win in the circle while also going 5 for 6 at the plate with a home run, 2 doubles, and 6 RBIs between the 2 games. The Eagles then traveled to play number 24 Florida Tech on Friday and Saturday. They won the first game 6-4, but fell in a doubleheader on Saturday 7-0 and 4-1. In the win against the Panthers, Raquel Bianco was 2 for 3 with a double, a triple, and 2 RBIs. Simons also picked up another win in the circle for the blue and gold in the game. The women's basketball team was unable to get past Barry on Wednesday, falling to the Bucks 77-71 on senior night. Mercedes George scored a career-high 29 points and grabbed 13 rebounds for a double-double, and Lauren Ellenberger tied a career best with 8 assists. On Saturday, the Eagles traveled to Lynn and pulled out a 73-68 win. George recorded her 7th double-double of the year in the win, scoring 20 points to go along with 10 rebounds. Sabrina Whiting contributed 17 points, while Taylor Cyphers recorded 4 blocks in the contest. The men's basketball team faced number 23 Barry as well on Wednesday. The Bucks jumped out to an early lead and never looked back, topping the Eagles 112-84. Dalton Barnes led the Eagle offense with 22 points. Daniel Kiesling added 17 points and 4 steals in the game. On Saturday, the Eagles were able to end the season on a high note by defeating Lynn 83-74 on the road. The Fighting Knights held the advantage at halftime, but the Eagles improved their long-range shooting in the second half to earn their 16th win of the year. Barnes was the top scorer again for the Eagles, recording 28 points and 10 rebounds for a double-double. OG Milkovic also had a double-double with 20 points and 13 rebounds. Reed Ritter picked up his 1,000th career point in the game.
Saturday was a really special day. It was really awesome to find a way to have our last game and win, particularly on the road. But what was amazing, what happened in the locker room after the game is we had a group of our players and coaches and our seniors were very emotional. Being able to share with each other how important this year was, how much of a challenge it was, yet so much fun, so rewarding. And what I kept trying to share with the guys is the research that I had done at very few teams at the NAI level would have winning seasons in their first year. And I couldn't be more proud of our guys to hang in there and fight through and to have 16 wins and 10 losses. That's a championship year, and it felt like it on Saturday. We stood around probably a good 45 minutes or so after the game. A lot of people taking pictures. We had a nice group of parents there. It was a little unique, and that Reed was played his first game there, and so there were parents of the Lynn family there hanging out as well. So just a great moment for our program. And again, just to emphasize what a great year and what a really special group of young men we had this year in 2015-16.
The baseball team traveled to Rollins for a 3-game series last weekend. The Eagles returned with 1 win, besting the Tars in the series finale 7-4, but falling in the first 2 games 6-5 and 11-6. Nick Deering picked up the win on the mound for the Eagles. Jonathan Camp was 3 for 4 in the game with 2 RBIs, while Zach Howard was 2 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs as well. The men's tennis team took on top-ranked Barry and upset the Buccaneers 6-3 at the Crotty Tennis Complex. Fabian Zierlin and Carlos Becca scored the first doubles point for the Eagles, and Denny Schmock and Juan Ortiz-Corder also won their doubles match to put the Eagles up 2-1. Luc Decaires and Becca won their matches at number 6 and number 3 singles, respectively, and Ortiz-Corder came from behind to win in his match at the number 5 spot to score the clinching point for the Eagles. The men's and women's track team hosted West Virginia Wesleyan in a dual meet on Saturday. Andrew Carpenter claimed first in the 1,500 meters, timing in at 4:13.53, while the blue and gold dominated in the 800 meters, taking the first 5 spots, with Jamin Mays winning the event in 1:55.40. In the field events, Luis Rivera claimed the discus throw in 44.52 meters. On the women's side, there were many individual wins as well. Caitlin Jocelyn won the hammer throw with a distance of 26.88 meters, while Samantha Morton won the pole vault, clearing 3.2 meters. And Marina Levine won the 400-meter dash in 1 minute, 9 seconds. Following last weekend's action, Mercedes George and Juan Ortiz Corder have been named Student Athletes of the Week. Coming up this week for ERAU Athletics, the men's golf team returns to action on Monday and Tuesday to compete in the Legacy Intercollegiate hosted by Stetson. The women's golf team also plays on Monday and Tuesday. The Eagles are participating in the Peggy Kirkbell Invitational hosted by Rollins. The softball team begins a busy week of action on Monday as well. They host Concordia College of Minnesota in a doubleheader beginning at 4 p.m. Then on Wednesday, host Ferris State in another doubleheader also at 4 p.m. On Friday, the Eagles host Florida Southern in the first game of a 3-game series at 7 p.m. The series concludes on Saturday with a doubleheader starting at 1 p.m. Baseball hosts games this week as well, the first on Wednesday against Ave Maria at 6 p.m. Then, on Thursday, hosts Minnesota State in a doubleheader beginning at 3 p.m. Minnesota State returns for one more game on Friday at 3 p.m. as well. The women's basketball team concludes their season this week as they travel to Puerto Rico for 2 games. On Thursday, the Eagles take on University of Puerto Rico Rio Piedras at 7 p.m. Then, on Saturday, play Puerto Rico Bayamon at noon. Also in action on Friday are the men's and women's tennis teams. They travel to face Florida Tech at noon. Tune in next week for more game highlights and a look ahead at what's to come.